I'm Shihab Ratansi in Washington. Here are the main stories brought to you by Al Jazeera. It's being reported that the ousted Honduran president, Manuel Zelaya, is to fly to Mexico on Wednesday, where he's expected to seek exile. Zelaya was ousted by the Honduran military in a June coup. He slipped back into the country in September, and since then he's taken refuge in the Brazilian embassy in Tegucigalpa, from where he had been demanding his reinstatement. The top U.S. military general is warning that success in Afghanistan will be slow to come. Testifying before the U.S. Congress, General David Petraeus says he expects the job to get harder before it gets easier. Meanwhile, the head of U.S. and NATO forces in Afghanistan, General Stanley McChrystal, told Al Jazeera it's time for Afghans to start taking responsibility for their own country.
It is important that the Afghans secure Afghanistan, and I think to do that we'll grow Afghan National Security Forces to support the Army and the police. I think the Afghan National Army particularly has tremendous respect right now among the people. So as we work alongside Afghanistan's government to grow that army, we'll try to professionalize it and make it larger.
U.S. officials say a Kuwaiti man held at Guantanamo Bay Detention Center has been returned to his home country. In September, a U.S. judge ordered authorities to release Fouad al-Rabia after determining he had been coerced into making a false confession. The flight engineer was captured in Afghanistan in 2001. The U.S. accused him of providing money and support to al-Qaeda. Some 210 detainees still remain in Guantanamo. Israel's parliament has voted in favor of requiring a referendum if the government should decide to pull out of the Golan Heights and East Jerusalem. Israel's occupied the Golan Heights since 1967. It was seized from Syria and has been heavily settled by Israelis since then. Syria has repeatedly demanded an Israeli withdrawal from the region. And the US President Barack Obama has departed for Norway, where he'll receive the Nobel Peace Prize. Obama is the third sitting US president to win the prize. Those are the top stories. Don't forget, you can keep up to date with all the news on our website. That's aljazeera.net/English.